I used to think that this was a story about quitting.
This was supposed to work out differently.
Now I know it's really about something much bigger. This is the Wonderland Trail. Over the course of 95 miles and 25,000 feet elevation gain, it winds its way around Mount Rainier in Washington, one of the tallest mountains in the US.
Let's see how it goes. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm just like, I just gotta go the distance.
And so, of course, I decided to try running it.
Let's do this. Well, I guess this is it. These are the first steps that I'm taking on the Wonderland Trail. Oh, 35 kilometers. 20 miles. And a lot of uphill.
There's such a huge difference between running an organized race versus being out in the mountains all alone. When you're solo, you need to accept that there is no room for risk in your adventure. When you have a crew around you, you can push yourself much further and still feel safe. But solo, you're the only one who can save yourself. And that is a very difficult lesson to learn.
It's getting late. This has taken me much longer than expected. I've just been feeling really weak the last couple of hours, like very weak despite, you know, I'm drinking water, I'm drinking electrolytes, I'm eating. But I just feel so frail.
Things weren't going according to plan. I was just too slow. And so I decided to stop early. At this rate, I would have to cover several miles in total darkness in order to reach the campsite I had originally planned to stay at. And given how shaken I was feeling, I just couldn't risk it.
So I'm going to be staying in the shelter tonight and kind of assess what's going on, because this isn't my usual kind of performance. I just feel so like, but first I need to have some food, set up my tent, and then rest. I'm sleeping. I'm thinking of going back. Now, here's a little plot twist for you. I still have to run today if I want to make it before dark, because it's just too far to walk in one day. So I don't know really how I'm going to do that, but I think my strategy is to walk the uphills, try and run the downhills, drink as many electrolytes as I can possibly get down my throat, and just get through it.
A voice in my head was still telling me, come on, you're not injured, you haven't broken anything, it's not like you're about to die. Funny how for some of us, the unrelenting perfectionists among us, broken bones or impending death feel like the only valid excuses to stop.
I feel like I've just been running on adrenaline all the way downhill, all the way up to here. Now I stopped for a cup of soup and I just feel it all just draining out of me. I still have 20 kilometers to go until the end, and my body's just like, ugh, you know? My legs are fine, it's just like this whole thing's like, stop.
It's hard to think straight when you're in the thick of it. Now, rewatching myself, I feel proud. There was a time in my life when ego would tell me never to publish this video. A time in my life when glory and winning were the only options, where I would obsess over this and call myself a quitter. But that's not me anymore. I'm proud of myself for knowing when to turn back. And if there is one thought that I can leave you with after watching this video, it's this. If you're ever out in the wild by yourself and you feel even remotely sick, do not feel bad about quitting your mission and going home. You can always return. But to keep going in that state, it's just not worth the risk. It's not worth your life.
For more adventures from around the world, make sure you like my page on Facebook. See you in the next episode.